Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Hey everyone, before we can get into today's episode, I need to talk to you all about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast and is the platform I've been using for over 2 years. Anchor is easy because it's free, includes creation tools on your tablet or phone from the get-go, rewards creators with sponsorships with no minimum listenership, and best of all, they distribute your podcast to places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. So if you want to make a podcast, you should download the Anchor app or visit anchor.fm. Now let's get into today's episode. What's up, everybody? Everybody get up. Na 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 na. You've missed us. You've missed us very much.
Hey guys, welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you for viewing, liking, and subscribing. Hey.
Yeah, it's us. It's us again. You know, you had to get a little bit of us today. You know you had to.
Just a little taste. Just a little taste.
Why didn't you just buy the whole song? I just want a taste of it.
Just a little taste. You just want the 30-second clip that iTunes gives you. That's enough.
Yeah, what they used to give you, because iTunes doesn't exist anymore, remember?
Wait, what?
iTunes doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
No, it does not. Like, the actual, putting music into your library and stuff? It doesn't anymore.
Does. Yeah, it does.
No, they discontinued it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Seriously? Because Apple said that they were discontinuing that.
I mean, on my computer, there's a little icon here, and it says iTunes. I clicked on it and it says, "Welcome. iTunes is the simplest way to enjoy your favorite music, movies, TV."
I think that what they meant was, like, not being able to import from your like, if you had CDs, like, the old-fashioned way you could do it was you would import your CDs into iTunes and then sync it into your iPhone, iPod Touch, whatever. I think that's the feature that they're taking away now. You can't really import anything anymore. It's got to be bought on iTunes, or you got to have an Apple Music subscription.
Oh, that's weird. Because, I whenever I don't know if that happens to you too, but whenever you go into a car and it automatically like syncs with the car's like surf system or whatever, I don't know if I know a lot of people, like back in 10 or something like that. Or 2012 or something like that, where the U2 album, like imported to everyone's phone. Did you ever get that, by the way?
From YouTube?
From like the band U2. You know them,
YouTube.
Like
yes. YouTube. What's it called? Apple put the new YouTube album on everybody's iPhone.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, an iPod or whatever. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's not how things were supposed to go down, apparently. And YouTube did not have word in that, if I remember correctly. And it just happened. And yes, that is probably showing our age a little bit. We remember that loud and clear when YouTube put our freaking, their album in Apple put the YouTube album in our Apple devices.
Dude, I try. I don't know what happens, but every single time I try to delete it, it successfully deletes or whatever. But then, like, a few weeks later, like, I'll play something, and then, like, it'll go automatic. Because, like, before syncing to my... sorry, let me move that out of the way. Before syncing to my Spotify thing, which is basically what I use for it, I'll always get, like, an iTunes, Apple Music shit, and then that automatically starts playing. Like, if I grab my AirPods, and...
Yeah.
Actually, can you put a pause real about that, guys?
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, we're still going back. We're still going back.
All right. Let's go back. All right.
Yeah, we're good. We're still recording right now.
Press play. Oh my goodness.
No. I didn't record the call. I just started recording. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I'm so busy, dude. By the way, I told you I got 2 jobs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a warning for my other job already.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never gotten a warning from another job.
What the hell did
like,
you do?
Okay, so like I have 2 jobs, right? So one, I'm a receptionist, then I'm a student nurse, and then I'm also a provider. So this provider job, it's like a gig that like my cousin, he's like special needs, so sometimes he needs a little bit of help doing menial tasks. Like sometimes I just tell him like, hey, you go take a shower, go brush your teeth, basic hygiene kind of things, like just like a reminder or whatever. And
yeah,
I'm supposed to clock in with this little device. Essentially, it's like a 6 numerical code that you're supposed to input between whatever time that they gave you a designated time to clock in. All right. And my clock in time is from 5:30 to 6:30. However, I've been doing that, right? I've been doing that like every day, right? Because I have to go to work every day. And I guess some of their machines or whatever isn't recording my out time. So she told me a couple times, she's like, hey, we've been seeing that, you've been clocking in for sometimes, but sometimes we don't get a clock out time. And I'm like, well, no, I've been clocking out. I send the little code and shit, and that's pretty much it. And she's like, well, if you want, we can retrain you and shit like that. Long story short, like this chick just got like, I don't know what the fuck she said. And I was like, look, ma'am, like, honestly, like, it's not a job that I really give a shit about. So I was just like, ma'am, honestly, like, if you don't think that I worked that day, don't pay me for that day. But like I said, I did work that day, so it would be up to your discretion to see what you want to do with that information. And she's like, no, I'm so sorry, sir. No. I know, we're not taking this or this or that. We'll have someone come over and retrain you how to do the thing. Because she was kind of belittling me when she was telling me. She was like, well, it's like any other job, like, where you clock in and clock out. I'm like, yeah, well, any other fucking job, I don't have to clock in through a fucking phone. I just kind of like press a little button, or I'll put my manual code in the actual facility or whatever. I don't have to fucking, I don't have to like depend on like 4G or whatever. Like fucking, we've had cell phones for like the longest ass time, right? And so sometimes they fail, or the automatic system fails. So it's not my fault. Like like I can't really do anything about it.
It's technology.
And plus it's 1 hour a day. It's not like like fucking stealing from these people. It's like, Jesus Christ, lady, just give me the fucking hour. Don't be a bitch. But like it.
Luis, you okay? Where you? Oh, damn it.
Pretty fucked up. That's pretty racist, dude. That's fucking racist, dude.
Yeah,
I'd be careful what you're saying, dude. I'd be careful, bro.
Yeah. No, your screen literally went dark and there was no audio coming from your screen at all.
Right, like I was just saying. No, that's the story of me getting a warning and shit.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, bud? Tell me a little bit about your week, and then I'll get you what you've been doing and shit like that.
Well, I don't know if you know, but I'm a radio host now.
I saw on your Snapchat, Instagram story, or something.
I don't have Snapchat anymore, so it has to be Instagram stories. Yeah. A radio host now for the Cougar Radio here at the University of Houston.
What is it? What's the signal? What's
that, like that.
Like that?
Yeah, kind of like the old Matt Hardy sign.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Punk rock. Yeah.
It's the old Matt Hardy fucking thing from wrestling. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. What's it called? Radio host. First 2 weeks of school, everything's pretty cool, man. I played in. Well, we didn't really play. We just sat in there and we were going over like, what's it called? Private line communication in the control room and in the studio. So I got to basically bring in the camera, bring it out. And then in the control room, when I went in there, I was in the audio room, and also I was in the technical director's chair, and I used the video switcher, literally just press the button to cut to the other camera. So, we got to do that, and we were just basically saying like, okay, camera one to audio, can you hear me? And they're like, yeah, I can hear you, camera one, let's go ahead and go. Okay, cool. And then or like, what's it called, camera one to director, can you hear me? Or when they told me, they were like, what's it called, camera one to producer, can you tell the technical director to pop up camera two? And I just pressed the button. I'm like, okay, cool, got it. It's just like that, little things like that. I've been doing that this week, and we have projects that we need to start doing. The first one I'm doing actually is like a 60-second news package on my phone, and it has to be edited on my phone or tablet, and has to be shot with my phone or my tablet.
Easy.
So, yeah. The only thing that sucks is that it's 60 seconds, either news or any other type of narrative thing to do. So yeah, that's that. That was a
question. Question. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
How'd you get that gig?
My radio host?
Yeah.
Literally sent an application, told them I had 2 years of podcasting experience, and they said, "Welcome to the job, and welcome to the radio."
Wow, that's great, dude. And I just want to ask a little bit more about your job, but
well, it's not a job because I don't get paid.
What you do?
I don't get paid. I don't get paid.
No.
It's literally just a gig that I go and do.
No. Well, I mean, that's fine. No. My question was like, what do you do? Is it like a podcast format where you're just talking with your co-host?
Yeah,
or
yeah. It's like a movie
music?
show.
Are you?
It's a movie show. It's kind of like podcast form. Me and Frank do it, and we just sit there. We talk about movie stuff, and it's a live radio. It's like an actual live radio show that you would hear on like, some of the radio stations back home. They have like those like shows where they're just talking about random stuff that's going off in life and stuff.
Is it on AM or FM?
Well, you can go to coogradio.com/live and listen to it every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. But if you have,
what's that called again?
coogradio.com/live. There's a link there where you can download the actual player, or it tells you other places that you can actually listen to the radio show every Tuesday from 9 to 9:30 a.m. That is coogradio.com/live. You can even call into the show, Luis, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look for it actually, so I can save it on my
COOG radio
COOG radio
.com
/live
live LIVE. Yeah, you can go there, and if you want to call into the show, all you gotta do is go to coogradio.com/caller, or you can just dial the number I tweeted out every day before the show starts. So we had a little bit of hiccups the first day. The SD card was not working, so you actually can't listen to the first episode on the Spotify or Apple podcast page. But this next week should be better. Everything should be worked out. Little hiccups, but it happens, dude. It happens. But yeah, I do that now, and what's it called? I miss you, Luis. But
congrats, bud. Honestly, congrats. That's a good gig, dude.
Yeah. So just another a title that I can add to my resume. Filmmaker, photographer, podcaster, now radio host. Yeah.
I got him, dude.
Señor locutor.
Dude, that's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. So
I miss you, bud.
Yeah, I miss you too, man. Class has been pretty cool too, man. What's it called? Of course, I knew that this was going to be the one I was going to enjoy the most. My world film and film theory class. I have it with a professor that I had from my Italian cinema class. And we just watched one of the greatest films I've ever seen, with one of the greatest endings I've ever seen in a movie before. If you've never watched the movie Phoenix, it is a German film from 2015, and it has one of the best endings I've ever seen in a movie before. And Phoenix, like Phoenix.
German 2015.
Yeah, one of the best movies I've ever seen. And with the greatest, one of the greatest endings I've ever seen in a movie before. It's about a Holocaust survivor who's coming out of the camps, and she wants to go and look for her husband, who was an Aryan during that time.
Right.
And so it's this crazy fucking movie. And yeah, we watched that one second. We did Vertigo from Alfred Hitchcock first, but of course I watched Vertigo like 5 fucking times, so I'm not talking about that movie. I'm talking about Phoenix. So yeah, man, what you been up to? I know it's your last semester at nursing school.
Ew, don't say that, dude. Don't say that. No, well, obviously, if you haven't noticed, I've been extremely busy.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why we haven't had episodes in a while.
Yeah. I've been, and I'm sorry about that, guys, but I've just been doing so much shit. Like a lot of paperwork, a lot of studying. Like I have to study a lot more than I had to the past semesters, obviously because it's my last semester and the most crucial. I'm starting my hospital rotations
Mm-hmm.
this semester. I went to my orientation for a small long-term hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like an ICU that's meant for like long-term patients, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited to go, and I saw this other gentleman. He was maybe in his 40s or something like that, and he was a nurse. He was an ICU nurse, and I got really inspired today. Especially because it's like he was like me, dude. Like that guy was
Mm-hmm.
literally like me. He was awesome.
Yeah.
That's one step one. He was awesome. He was Latino,
Yeah.
dark skin like me, dude.
Yeah.
And dude, he was out here, dude. He was out here, like honestly, just saving people's lives, like doing the work. And I found that so motivating, and I got so emotional. Like I guess like after the class, I was like, dude, si se puede, dude.
Yeah. No,
Honestly,
I
you
I
just
know
gotta
what you
put in
mean,
the
bro.
effort, dog.
I know what you mean, bro. I had that feeling this weekend. I mean, this week. Like, you don't know how inspiring it is to be in a class with like a bunch of Latinos who also want to make movies and just like find all these people. Like, it's not one or two. I'm like meeting 6, 7 different Latinos in these classes that just want to make movies, and I'm like, and they're not light skinned, bro. They're like darker skinned motherfuckers. They're light skinned. They're what's it called, between the middle of being brown and white. Skin.
Yeah.
They're all shades and colors. It's like, wow, like, this is freaking awesome. Like, this is the change that the industry is gonna need, and it's freaking cool, man.
It's beautiful to see, like, and I don't want to like put it like, oh, it's just Latinos or whatever, but
Oh yeah.
sometimes it's like a really humbling thing to see, like, hey, dude, like we're making a difference too, like my kind of people, like us brown, like you know what I mean, like us,
Mhm.
we're making a difference, man. Like we're changing people's lives,
Mhm.
like it. I don't know. I guess it was so humbling. I got so
Yeah.
emotional after that. I'm like, dude, I'm so happy I'm going in the right direction that I'm going in,
Mhm.
dude. And like it's only the start, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll graduate this December, yeah, and I'll
Mhm.
start nursing school and stuff, but it doesn't end there, dude. Like
Mhm.
I'm still gonna keep going. I'm still gonna try to better myself, not just for me, but like
Mhm.
for the people that I'm taking care of, right? Because
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
do one mistake kills the person, right? But
Yeah.
one good thing can also save that person. Can also
Yeah.
like impact that person in a way that like
Mhm.
not it always happens or whatever.
Mhm.
And I got so emotional because of that, because I've been studying so much and I've been like
Yeah.
thinking, dude, and I'm like, it's like, is this worth it? Like I'm studying so much, like
Mhm.
it's hard, it's expensive. I've had to get some loans now.
Mhm.
I've been behind on my bills recently,
Mhm.
but like just today I just saw it and I'm like, dude, no, bro, like it's worth it, man. Like this is
Mhm.
what I want to do. This is the hardship that I'm gonna go through, and this is the
Mhm.
hardship that I was told I was gonna go through.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm almost done, dude. I'm
Yeah,
almost
it
done,
comes
dude.
into
Honestly,
perspective, man. It really comes into perspective of everything that's happening, and it's fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking awesome. Like, I'm telling you, man. There's no feeling like that. What's it
no
called?
feeling, dude.
No feeling like that. And the people who have not felt that feeling yet, it's coming, man. It's coming. I know it's coming for y'all. It's just everything happens at its own pace, my friends. And there's not saying that it's not supposed to happen. It just happens at your own pace.
It
But
happens, man. I mean, I'm 22 years old. I'm almost 23. Like, I went to college for almost like 4 years. Like, and,
yeah.
like I had to go through like that shit of like me like just kind of like falling
Mhm.
out of the boat, not really like giving a shit, like just
Mhm.
working mundane, working a 9 to 5, and then like something clicks in your head and you say, you know what, enough's enough. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go do a difference in my life.
Yeah.
I want to do something that I really want to do, and I want to change the world.
Mhm.
And then you do it, and then I
Yeah.
think that's like the greatest thing ever. And I know that most people will experience that, and it might not be for
Mhm.
some people, it might be really early, and sometimes they'll get that
Mhm.
uh, that spark in their head early on, and some
Mhm.
people will wait as long as me, like 22, 23, and there's some people that even wait longer than that. But
Yeah.
everything, like you said, everything has its pace, everything has its time.
Yeah. And it's it's
It's so
it's
beautiful, dude.
it's
Like
beautiful, man.
it's beautiful how like that, that just changes. But
It's
you know,
beautiful when we're in control, man. When we stop letting the voices of insecurities in our heads tell us that we're
yeah,
not good. You know,
that you're not good enough.
yeah, that you can't do this. Like, oh, maybe this isn't the career path for you. It's like, it's cool when we're in fucking control, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's when it's freaking awesome because that's when you know what you can do. And so that's like I always say, man, a lot of people think all the shit that I do, it looks like it's a lot. It looks like I'm going to burn myself out, but then I'm like, I know me, man. I'm barely even starting, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know
the real grind, dude.
You don't know the real grind.
Y'all don't know the real role.
Yeah, you don't know the real Raul, I always say, man, imagine Raul at 17 had an internet connection.
Jesus. Dude, imagine you had
internet.
Like you started this when you were younger and in high school, dude. You fuck.
Shit, man. Right now I'd be done with school, I'd be like, I don't know what would be happening, but shit, if I would have started this a long time ago, man, yeah, like I'm telling you, it's awesome, man. And the only ones who know ourselves are ourselves only.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, man. You guys just gotta put in that work, baby. Gotta put in that work.
But in the grind, you're gonna have to sacrifice so much sometimes, like sleep, friends, even loved ones. But just if you know what you're gonna do and you have a goal and you're like, fuck it, I want that. Do it. Like, do it while you're young. Do it while you got a chance.
Yes.
Don't let anybody stop you, honestly, because it's your life, and you really it's as corny as Drake's YOLO sounded, or I don't know who said it. It was Drake.
Yeah,
right?
It was Drake. Yeah, YOLO. Yeah.
Honestly, it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
and it's really a model that most people actually should live by.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you really only live once.
Yeah.
Like, make the biggest impact you can now.
Mm-hmm.
And just fucking go for it, bro. Like, you ain't got shit to do. Like, let's just do it, man.
Yeah,
get that bread. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm telling. And by the way, I'm not advocating for people to just go completely work and not take care of themselves. You should take care of yourself, man.
Nah, mental health is very important.
Yeah. Like, what's it called? Everybody has our ways we can unwind. Mine just seems to be that going to the movies, sitting down on that chair, eating a little bit of popcorn, and watching something for like a couple of hours is the way that I unwind.
Mine is very, very, very similar to Rolls. That's the only way I stay sane.
Yeah. Or Luis is the gym too. Luis likes the gym a lot, man. That's the way he unwinds. That's the way he unwinds. If your way of unwinding is playing a couple video games, or going outside and playing with your dog or whatever, whatever way you unwind, that's your way to unwind. It just happens to me that my way to unwind also kind of correlates into what I work. So, do work. I really like movies, but I also really like talking about them and reviewing them and doing all this stuff. So guess what I do? It just goes hands in hand. But I'm telling you, it's just take care of yourself. That's important too, man. That's important too.
That's very true.
Yeah, man.
By the way, quick, just off railing right now, but have you seen the new Switch Lite?
Yeah.
What do you think? Because I'm getting a Switch, but I am between a Switch Lite and a Switch. Yo, I'm broke.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
But I'm gonna make an effort, dude. I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna do the grind.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I'm tired that it's been a year, dude, and I haven't bought shit for myself.
I know you've been saying you wanted to switch for like the longest fucking time. You're like,
I've been wanting to switch since it came out, and it's been 2 years, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think I deserve. Mm-hmm. I think I should. It's been. I'm sorry. It's been like 9 months since I've had the last decent thing where I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy something just because I want to buy it. So I think I should work for it and just fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the Switch Lite?
So I can't remember too well because we have talked about the Switch Lite a lot on GamerCore. Like, we were reporting on it and everything. I don't remember what really are the things that are different between it. So I'm gonna search up right here. But if I remember,
I can tell you. I can tell you this, and then you kind of. So what the Nintendo Switch Lite is, I think it's coming out September 20th. Mm-hmm. The Nintendo Switch Lite is essentially the Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. However, there's a few differences between the Nintendo Switch Lite and the Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. The Nintendo Switch Lite is not a dockable console. Mm-hmm. It is completely a handheld experience. So you can play the main titles, the AAA titles like Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, etc., Mario Maker 2, etc.
Pokemon, yeah.
You can play it in handheld mode. However, the console itself is like, think of a Game Boy horizontal a little bit with non-detachable Joy-Cons. Mm-hmm. and it has a D-pad. You know what a D-pad is, right?
Of course, I know what a D-pad is.
Right?
Yeah.
The cross. And you cannot detach it. So everything you're doing with the Nintendo Switch Lite is a handheld experience. You cannot dock it. You cannot detach its Joy-Cons.
I believe the battery life is better too.
It is not. It is better than the original Nintendo Switch by about 30 minutes. However, there is a new Nintendo Switch version 2, which has an extended battery. That one beats the Nintendo Switch Lite,
of course,
by a lot. It's about 2 hours difference. So, but going back to Nintendo Switch Lite, that console itself is 5.5 inches going straight versus the Switch, which is 6.1. So it's not too much of a difference, but enough of a difference where you feel that it's a lot lighter. And I've been seeing a lot of these videos. I guess explaining that's why I know so much about it, because I've been so indecisive of what kind of gaming person I am, because I know I'm more of a handheld person rather than a put it up in my TV. The reason why I don't like it on the TV is because a lot of times you don't have time to sit down on the couch. Like sometimes I'm, on my way or waiting somewhere, or
sometimes you're just waiting for
classes or whatever, and I kind of just want to pull out something, look it up, play a little bit, put it back, go back to what I'm doing, rather than like sit down. Like that's why I don't use my PlayStation. Like my PlayStation, I gotta press a button, then I gotta get on the controller,
Pat Space Station now,
and then I gotta load the fucking game, and it takes forever, dude. Like that's why I don't even touch. I have a PlayStation, dude. I've used it. I can tell you maybe less than 20 times, 15 times the max ever. Ever use my PlayStation. Brand new PlayStation, but my little brother's the one that uses it for me. But I've noticed a difference whenever I have a Nintendo DS or a Nintendo DSi XL or like a PSP or my phone itself. Like I know that I'm a more casual gamer on the go kind of experience. So that's why the Nintendo Switch is appealing to me. However, having that in mind, I feel like having the accessibility of docking your Nintendo Switch is a benefit. So that's the console. It's like it's great that it's for me and it's a handheld experience. But what if I ever want to put it in my TV? You know what I mean? Like what if I ever want to like play with your friends? And you come over and I'm like, dude, let's play the new Super Mario Party 9 or whatever the fuck, or Super Mario Kart or whatever, and then like one, I'd have to buy an extra set of Joy-Cons, and then two, I wouldn't be able to plug it in. We would be forced to play in this 5.5 inch display, the size of my iPhone XR ish. That's the size of the Screamish. And then we're both looking to there.
So I'll tell you about I'll tell you through the experience of somebody who's played on the TV before. It looks pretty freaking awesome. With the Nintendo Switch on the TV, it looks pretty freaking cool. But that's just me because I'm able, what's it called, vision-wise, I'm not able to see a little ass screen like that. So I had to put it on the TV. I guess it just comes down to the decision of, do you care about docking and battery life that much to sacrifice it for the Switch Lite? In my defense, I'm very much handheld as well. I love my handheld gaming. But I also sometimes just want to sit back with a couple of friends and dock it on the TV and play Mario Kart.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess
I think that's the predicament people get.
And I guess it would just be convenient for me to have access to that feature.
Right.
And not sacrifice that feature.
So do you think it's worth, for brand new Switch owners, they're indecisive between, like me, right? They're indecisive between the Switch Lite or the Nintendo Switch. Do you think it justifies that extra $100 price tag to dock it, to remove the Joy-Cons, and for that extended battery life?
I don't know.
Would you think it's worth it?
I guess
in your personal opinion.
I guess you guys have to tell us. Tweet Luis. Luis is in a predicament right now. Tweet Luis.
Dude, honestly, if people do tweet me, it would like.
Or run a Twitter poll. We'll run a Twitter poll. Brad has a Switch, by the way. Well, not anymore. It's his wife's now. Yeah, because he's not getting that shit back. And I know he said he wants to get the Switch Lite because it's more around what he wants to do with it. and also because he has a Switch, so he can already, dock it if one day he wants to use the other Switch. But that shit's his wife's. And when they announced Animal Crossing for the Switch, he was like, "Yeah, I'm never getting that shit back, dude. That's hers now because she took it away when she got Yoshi's Crafted World, and now that Animal Crossing's coming out, yeah, I'm never getting that back."
Dude.
So
I'm excited for Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
I think it releases in October time.
Yeah. Ashley also has a Switch. I believe that's Wendy's now because her wife uses it. So it sucks. I'm kind of glad I don't have a girlfriend or I'm married. It looks like all my video games are mine and not anybody else's. And so we'll see what's up. We'll run a Twitter poll when this goes up for the public on Sunday. We'll run
Please
a Twitter
vote
poll.
on it, guys. Please vote on it.
Yeah, and we'll have Luis get some tweets because he needs them, man. He needs them. So Luis_Garcia77, tweet him. Tell him what you guys think. Switch or Switch Lite. All right. So help him out. Because the brother over here really wants to buy a game, really wants to buy a Switch.
The boy over here really wants to spend unnecessary money, but he wants one. I think it's worth it though. I think consoles like that. It's only 2 years old. I think it's lifetime. We're not even half the time of its. I don't think we're in half of its cycle. I think we have another
and it's also
4 years of Switch.
It's an incredible console, bro. I mean, it's one of the best selling right now, and it seems that Nintendo actually knows what it wants with this console, and that's why people are getting it because it's such a fun console as well, but it's also has a lot of capabilities to it.
By the way, have you seen? I'm not too sure if you got an email or not. From the new Super Mario, what is it? Mario Kart. On the iPhone.
I have not.
Mac on the Apple Store.
No.
It's available for pre-order. I think it's free to play. However, they do have in-app purchases.
Oh fuck!
But I don't know if you've seen it, dude. But it looks awesome, dude. Like it looks like I don't know if you've ever played Mario Run.
Mario Run
or Super Mario Run.
No, I do not remember Mario Run.
It's an official Super Nintendo. It's an official Nintendo released App Store game, and it's like essentially it's the Super Mario World, but it's Mario constantly running. Like he's running on the screen, and so you have to like jump, get some coins, get like the specific coins or whatever, and then if you want to unlock more worlds, you have to pay like $10 or whatever.
Oh my
but even
God,
the free version, dude, awesome, dude. Like,
yeah,
I'm obsessed with it, dude.
Yeah, I know that I really want to Switch too because I really want to play. Mario Maker, I want to play Mario
Maker
Kart,
too, dude.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Everybody's been absolutely clamoring over that game, and I have not been able to play it. Brad played it. He says it's one of his favorite games. Yeah, I know. I'm really late. I also want to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black
That one
Order.
looks sick.
Yeah, especially because all the
sick.
characters you can get. You have Nightcrawler in there, Venom, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and all these other ones. Like, damn, I really want to play this game. And I was also a really big fan of the other Marvel Ultimate Alliance games that were on the PlayStation.
Right.
So, I there's all these games. It's just that, damn, dude, like, why this goddamn console got to be so expensive? Yeah.
$300. It's an investment.
Yeah.
But here's what you're getting from Nintendo. Quality, dude.
Yeah, quality video games, yeah.
What you get from Nintendo is always 100% quality, dude.
And by the way, their online service costs like less than PS Plus.
It's $20 a year.
That's the thing. And what Brad was telling me, Brad was like, dude, it is incredible how this thing is so cheap. Like, even the family plan, I believe it's like $35.
Yeah.
And you have like the capabilities of having like 5 Switches on that family plan.
Yeah.
For the whole year. Like, Jesus, man. Like, it's incredible. I mean, it's because we go back to it again. Nintendo knows its market. They know what they're doing, and this is the way they're going to get people. And you know what happens when you put a cheap, price for 1 year subscription? You also get those 2 NES games. So people are like, you know what? For us old school folk who just want to play the old NES games, you can go and get that.
And they've actually been updating their library every single month. So they've been adding like, I think they're like, they have a lot of retro games right now. So if you pay for that $20 a month per subscription, which is a steal regardless of whatever, and I know they've been having some issues with the online play, and I know that you're not able to have like the PlayStation's version of a party.
Yeah, but
you have to use their official app or something like that.
It's so new.
However, $20 is Even to just get access to the retro gaming, I think it's completely worth it.
Oh yeah,
because like you have that ability to, like, if you want to play with other people, great. If you don't, you can play fucking retro games. Awesome.
exactly.
Deal. I think Nintendo's doing a good job on that, and I think they learned a lot from the unfortunately of the Nintendo Wii U,
Yeah.
which didn't do so hot. However, that gaming console, dude, pristine. I think honestly the Nintendo Wii U was one of those systems where it was like not a lot of people knew what it was. Obviously, like I know that when I was younger or whatever, I was aware of the Wii, right? The Nintendo Wii. I didn't have one, but I always like thought it was really cool. It was a lot of good titles and stuff like that. And so when they introduced the Nintendo Wii U, I was like, what is that? Is that just like like another version of whatever the fuck
Wii,
or whatever?
Yeah.
And so people missaw that, and they just kind of disregarded to what that really was. And so that's kind of why I felt. But like if you look now, and like that's why I'm trying to buy one too. Like I'm trying to like Facebook Market one. I got one for like, well, the guy was selling it for like $70, which is like extremely cheap because those consoles were going up to $300 in the when they first came out, and then they're usually settled in the $150 range rate area or whatever. But dude, those, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you're for or you're against it, whatever, but you can homebrew those consoles.
Yeah.
You know homebrew is?
Yeah, basically just what's it called, hack it so you can get a crap ton of games on it.
Games or emulators or pretty much. I mean, I don't condone pirating games.
Yeah.
However, if you did at one point have a version of that game, like for example, if I want to play the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom and I owned it on the GameCube, I'm gonna get it as and I have an emulator for it. I'm gonna download it because I fucking bought it before. Like I gave Nintendo that purchase, or I gave SpongeBob, but whoever was doing the licensing, I paid for it once. Fuck you, like I'm getting it. But however, if it's like a new game that I really don't, never bought, then I probably won't emulate it. But
by the way, they are remastering Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yeah,
really?
They're remastering it. I think it's coming out for the Switch as well. So
for Battle Bikini, dude, that game was sick. Dude.
Yeah. By the way, I have an update, on the whole pricing plan of these. It's incredible, man. For 1 month you get it for $3.99. 3 months you get it for $7.99. That's one membership. Right. And then for 12 months is the $20, $19.99. But ridiculous. The family membership up to 8 Nintendo account holders, 8 for $34.99. $34.99 is basically what you pay for three months of PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live, and that's 12 months for 8 Nintendo account holders. And
that's you and all your buddies saying, "Hey, let's all we all have Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, let's all just pitch in together."
Yeah, and it's like if it's 8 persons for $35, you said. Dude, you're paying less than $5 each person for an entire fucking year.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy,
like,
dude.
I'm telling you, man. Like, nobody is paying attention to what Nintendo's doing over here. Like, it is incredible what they're doing. Like, people really need to keep an eye on Nintendo for the next couple of years, because I'm telling you, when the PS4 and Xbox One's lives die out and they move on to PS5 and we get whatever we're going to get on that, Nintendo will still be collecting a crap ton of money from the Switch.
And especially this year's Black holiday season, dude, you're gonna see Nintendo right up there, dude, competing against the PlayStation and Xbox One. Dude, those two systems are already on their last cycle. Obviously, we know that the new PlayStation 5 is being announced pretty soon. Pre-orders for that are gonna be pretty fucking expensive. However, I'm not too sure who's gonna be willing to spend. I think I saw a price tag of $1,000. Was that pretty much correct?
I do not remember. I have not. I don't. We have not reported on price ranges yet.
I saw a rumor.
Yeah.
There was like the shell of what it was gonna look like, and it kind of had like a similar vibe to like the like the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
A very round, concaved looking system. But I had seen some rumors that the price tag for pre-orders were gonna start at $1,000 for that system. Because not only would it play 4K gaming, but it had a bunch of other features or something like that. But I personally don't think I'll be ever buying a PlayStation 5.
Me
I
neither,
think that's
because
a ridiculous price tag for anything that's not simulation and or
VR.
VR.
Yeah.
I think $1,000 price tag is even too much for. Yeah, I just buy a fucking PC, honestly.
Yeah, for me, the thing that's probably going to be turning me off from buying a PS5 is the fact that I don't have a 4K TV. So, what's the point of getting one? It's like I have my TV that barely does, HD, and, I have a PS4, and that's all I can do right now. Everybody has PS4 Pros and everything. I've never gotten a 4K TV, so I can't play these 4K games on there. So what's the point of me getting a PS5? Might as well just shell out money for a Switch and play on that.
And even that, dude, a lot of TVs say 4K, but they're not truly capable of. They can upscale to 4K, but they're not true 4K displays. For true 4K displays are going to cost you more than $1,000.
Yeah.
But like the ones that you see on, Amazon Prime Day, and they're like 150, and it says 4K television.
And then we're already,
and you're kind of just buying. You're just like, what? Like what the fuck? 4K?
Yeah. And they're already experimenting with creating 8K TVs. So
8K televisions.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be that. That's the one they will actually play native 4K, because there's no way you can actually transport 8K into a TV. Like
exactly.
8K. I believe.
Imagine the size. Yeah. Like, let's say you had to stream something from your telly. For 8K, dude, how much bandwidth would your computer or your router actually output? It wouldn't even be close to the 8K capacity.
Like,
dude.
if I'm correct, 6K is what you see at the movie theater. I think that's what you see at the movie theater. And then I think
6K is for the IMAX experience.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it's for regular standard HD or for XD.
I think IMAX is actually 8K, man.
Is it?
I think
IMAX resolution. Let me look it up real quick.
I might be wrong here, but if I remember,
so here it says IMAX proprietary system of high resolution, a tall aspect ratio of 1.43. Let me go ahead and check that out real quick, because I'm genuinely interested, because they run on a 70 millimeter film.
1.43 aspect ratio. Holy shit.
Yeah. However, in terms of what resolution it outputs, it says here. Okay, it says here, which IMAX estimates approximately 12,000 lines of horizontal resolution, 12K, 65 millimeter stock horizontally passes through the IMAX camera at 102.7 meters per second. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 12K.
Yeah, it has to be, man. That has to be 12K.
It has to be something crazy like that, because the picture quality is great. However, your eyes can't even tell the difference. Though,
honestly, my eyes.
They can't tell more than if I believe correctly if I'm not wrong, but more than a 1080p display.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason people probably do IMAX is just to get the other, what's it called, the footage that the aspect ratio on the regular theaters are covering. So it's just to get that 1.43 aspect ratio. It's just to get that little bit that's missing from the actual, release.
Right.
Yeah. So that's I mean, it's incredible, man. And so we're gonna help Luis out with that poll and see what we can do there, man. But what else? What else is on the agenda, dude? It's been freaking hot. It's hot, like bad.
We are on our way out.
Man.
We're dying as a society, as a humanity. We're dying, dude.
Yeah, like every single day this week, I've come back to my whole back sweating, and I have
drenched.
Swamp ass, bro. Swamp ass, bro.
Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
We had a fire drill today. We're outside for 30 minutes. Fuck. I felt it, dude.
Yeah.
I felt the world. I felt the world being angry with me. He said, "Stop putting bottles in my oceans. For this, I'm gonna increase your temperature." And I was dying, dude.
Man, it's crazy, man. This heat is crazy. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So the heat. We just had to get a little bit of a complaint about the heat, because nobody else really understands it when I tell them the heat is bad here, except for Brad, because Brad had to go to Phoenix like last weekend, and he's like, "Dude, that is like Satan's asshole right over there, man. It is hot as hell."
that's 100 and plus of dry heat.
Yeah.
Disgusting, dude. That place over there gross, bro. When I went, fuck, the pavement was hot, dude. Like, like the tires would just burn. Like you're driving in the freeway and it's so hot, and there's so much friction between the tire and the road. Boom, you can just see a bunch of people fucking their tires just fucking pop if they're really fucking old.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man. Yeah. But good thing Brad's not in Phoenix anymore. Yeah. So
shout out to my boy Brad.
Shout out to the boy Brad. By the way, a couple of things that I did, like, you know, movie related, that I needed to ask you if you watched. Did you watch the new footage for Rise of Skywalker?
I have not.
Oh, can't say anything. Did you watch? Did you watch the new Joker trailer?
No, I have not watched that either. I haven't had any time for social media, man.
Yeah, and don't play it right now because we're gonna get copyrighted. So you know,
I'll watch it after we.
Yeah. Especially the Rise of Skywalker footage from D23. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna say anything, but you're gonna probably message me after you see that. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Wait. I saw something on Twitter you posted regarding Emperor Palpatine. Is that what the poster? There was a poster.
Yeah. No, poster. Yeah, poster's cool. Poster's cool and all. Yeah, that's a badass poster. I'm talking about the foot.
There's something else.
They showed footage at D23 that they released on Monday. I know. They showed footage at D23 that they released on Monday for the public. And it's not a trailer. It's a sizzle reel with new footage from the movie towards the end. And that is all I'm going to say. In regards to the Joker trailer, this shit is fucking badass, man. I'm telling you, the first trailer was pretty good. Like, it's one of my favorite trailers for a while. The new trailer for Joker, oh yeah. Like,
who's still producing this? Joker, French.
Joker?
Who's in?
Who's playing Joker? Or what are you talking about?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Never mind. I was thinking of something else.
Yeah. No. Joker.
I see it here.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
I see the trailer here. I'll watch it right now.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix trailer. I mean, what's it called? Phoenix is Joker. Directed by Todd Phillips. You know, he's known for all the comedy movies that he's done, but it's his first crack at the dramatic stuff. So yeah, we'll talk about that off air because I'm not trying to get copyright here. So yeah, that's the stuff I wanted to ask you, like, really badly. Like, you know, we've been talking about it all week. Over here at the other shows, and we're like, damn it, I need to know what Reese's opinions is on all this. You know, but what they have announced though was pretty cool. Obi-Wan series coming to Disney Plus.
That I did hear. I think I heard it from you.
Yes, and just confirmed today, as we're recording, from Star Wars themselves, it is taking place 8 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 8 years after Revenge of the Sith.
So 8-year-old fucking Luke.
Yeah, so I'm guessing, like, Obi-Wan in Tatooine, waiting for Luke, just watching as Luke grows up from afar. And but there's a lot of stuff to play around with that, man. Like, there's a crap ton of stuff to play around in there. I think that's pretty cool. You know, the Mandalorian trailer came out. That was pretty badass. You know, man, that looks good. But also in the Marvel realm, they just announced a Moon Knight series, Miss Marvel series, and She-Hulk. That was announced.
Oh, I heard. What's his name? Mark Ruffalo congratulated or welcomed the.
She-Hulk.
The new,
she'll be badass, man. Yeah, She-Hulk's badass. Miss Marvel too. I love Miss Marvel. Yeah, she's badass. Kamala Khan, man. Hell yeah. Can't wait to see that. Moon Knight, I don't know shit about Moon Knight, so I really am excited to see something new about Moon Knight. But you know, the thing that got me the most hype was the Obi-Wan stuff. Like, oh crap. And
what I'm still really excited for is I don't know, I'm too sure if you're too excited for that. It's for the It movie.
Oh yeah, no, it's next weekend, bro. Next weekend.
Next week, right?
Yeah. We did the first thing here on the podcast that we've ever done before on the main show. We revisited a movie that we reviewed. We did a review of It Chapter 1. And because that was episode 2. That was the review of It Chapter 1. And we revisited and we talked about it. Well, I revisited it. Brad reviewed it for the first time on the show, even though we've been talking about that movie for like straight up 2 years. And then this weekend we get It Chapter 2. I can't wait for that, man.
It's be a great movie, dude.
Oh man, so excited, man.
It's gonna be a fantastic movie, dude.
You and I are gonna be screaming really loud, but yeah, you know, It's gonna be
Dude,
fantastic.
it's gonna be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be screwed. I think I'm a scaredy cat, you know.
Yeah,
and
I know.
so, yeah,
We're both scaredy
and
cats.
so are you. So I
Yeah.
know that I'm gonna be screaming. People are gonna be laughing, and I know they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna be screaming because I'm
Yeah.
actually a scaredy cat.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm probably watching it next week, and yeah, it's gonna be quite the time for the people around me because it's
good to be lit, as the children say.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, that's kind of it, really. That's kind of it.
That's gonna it. Chapter 2.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's kind of it, man. Here, it's been a wonderful time getting to talk to Luis again, but I think we're gonna have to cut it here and see what, because there really isn't anything else to talk about, man. But as always, it's a wonderful time here. You know, it's a show where two land lovers talk about anything that's on their mind, and it was a really fun time. I know the last episode, Luis wasn't on it. The last episode, we had the directors of Bad CGI Sharks on the show. Brad and I helped what's it called, to talk to them and stuff. What's it called? That was a while ago. That was I was still at home. So, you know, it's good to have the show back, and Luis is back with me. And yeah, I wish it was face to face, but sadly we were gonna go hangouts. We have to do for a bit. By the way, just one last thing: did you change the light bulbs in your room? Because I don't remember it being LEDs like that.
Yeah, I have a few. I have a. Well, obviously, I care about the planet, so I use one of those squiggly ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're LEDs.
Yeah,
they're different. They're different LEDs ones.
Yeah. I was like, I was tripping out. Like, yeah, it's never that type of color in there, dude. It's usually like the regular light bulb color that they have in there. But yeah.
Like a yellow one, yeah.
Yeah. So
no, I put some LEDs here.
Yeah, it's
gotta save the planet. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right. So with that being said, it's been a wonderful time, man. You can as always, you can follow me wherever you want to follow me, the Nerd Chicano. You can check out my new website where you can find all my portfolios and stuff at raulemendoza.com. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Check out the website. Lots of cool stuff. Doing a review right now for Ava DuVernay's When They See Us. I finished that, so I'm doing a review of that, a written review for the website. Brad, I believe, is going to be writing a review for Bad CGI Sharks, and it's going to be September soon, so we're getting into a new themed month, and that means themed content for the website. So, you know, my big brother is a writer, so I gave him his 2 prompts for his 2 articles for the month for September. So it's going to be pretty cool. September, we're focusing on foreign language movies, so we're going to be doing that kind of cool stuff. But it's really good stuff here, guys, and shout out to everybody who helps us out at Patreon, patreon.com/nerdcore, especially our executive producers, Grayson Barker. You can follow him at WarlorHitman98 on Twitter. Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram. And what's it called? Shane, twitch.tv/SRRKK. And on Twitter at SRRKK Twitch. Go follow him. Associate producer Sarah. Thank you to our associate producer Sarah. She's awesome. And with that being said, I think that's kind of it. Just join the Facebook group, rate and review the podcast. Go ahead and check out the Nerdcore on Twitter at the Nerdcore _ Instagram at the Nerdcore. With that being said, it's been a wonderful time here, and as always, you can catch us on next week, or you can listen to me on the Nerdcore, you know, basically every day on this feed, or, you know, on the Cinecoog Movie Show on Coog Radio's radio station from Tuesdays at 9 to 9:30 a.m. in the morning, just enough to get you started with the day with a nice cup of coffee and some movie talk. So, Luis, you want to tell the people bye? Goodbye.
Take care, brush your hair, and I'll see you when I see you.
And watch out for that
Bye.
swamp ass.
And swamp ass.
Swamp ass.